What's going on, everyone? Coming at you with some more One Piece gameplay. Before we do hop into it though, I just want to thank everyone for tuning into the channel and for watching all the videos and for all the support that I've been receiving. I really do appreciate it. I really have a lot of fun making these videos and playing the game. If you do like the content, please like and subscribe. We're getting really close to 500 subscribers, and every single one does count, so I can continue to keep putting out this One Piece stuff for you guys. The more subs that I get, the better content that I can provide, and I am looking to make some changes to our setup to provide a more unique experience on the channel. So please stay tuned for that. It's going to be, great change, and hopefully you guys appreciate what's going to be coming down. Today's matchup is between Arlong and Lucci. Arlong's not a deck that we see a lot, but Lucci has been at the forefront as it's a very good counter to Whitebeard. So Arlong's going to go first here, and it's going to do nothing on its dawn turn. And then Lucci's going to do the same thing, and then Arlong's just going to do Arlong things, swing 7 at leader, and play out a Charlotte Cracker. And that's kind of your golden start is Cracker plus a 7k. That just puts a lot of pressure on your opponent, because if they want to swing at your life and get some tempo, then your Charlotte Cracker is just going to be live for a double attack. So they're going to see a Kuzan played here, and they're not going to have to swing at life here because they don't want to turn on the Cracker, which is completely reasonable. So we're going to go ahead and just think about our turn here. We do have a couple of different options with a couple of different trigger characters. We're going to swing 7, paying 1 to play a Smoothie, and that's going to go at leader here. Which they're going to opt to take. And because they're not looking to swing, we're going to swing 7 again with the Cracker and force at least 2 cards out of hand. So we're going to see a double Khalifa pitch here. 6 dawn turn from the Lucci is going to come down here. Potentially could be fairly aggressive. So we're going to see Lucci swing at the Cracker here. And they do a 6 dawn, so we're going to just think about if we want to protect it here. We usually want to protect your characters at Arlong, so we're going to pitch a 1k to protect. Kuzan's also going to swing at the Cracker and Minding on the Smoothie, and then they're going to play a Sakazuki to pop the Smoothie here, and they're going to pitch a Kuzan. So at this point, we've only lost 1 life here. We haven't lost any life, sorry, and we've gotten 2 life from our opponent. We've swinged double 5 here, Cracker and Arlong, and then we're going to pay 7 here for a 7 cost Big Mom to put some more pressure on our opponent's board, as well as to, just deal with a bit of a board presence here. The only thing that we don't do is we probably should have swung at the Kuzan, because Kuzan's going to go at the Cracker here and take it, and it's going to -4 on the Big Mom, putting it into Kaku territory, which is going to get rid of a lot of tempo that we do have if they did have a Kaku here. And we did see them play the Sakazuki, so again, we are just worried about losing tempo here, so hopefully we get some decent triggers in life. So we're going to see a 7k swing at life here from the Sakazuki, and it's going to not be a trigger or anything, so it's going to go right to hand. And then we're going to see a 6k swing here. It's going to be a Charlotte Smoothie, so thankfully we do get to maintain some pressure on the board here. We're going to see a brand new come down, so thankfully no Kaku this turn, and then we're going to see a Borsalino, so our Big Mom does survive here. So now it's pretty important that we do deal with just going as aggressive as possible, potentially just getting rid of our opponent's blocker if we can. They only have 4 cards in hand here, but we do see that there are a bunch of 2Ks, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and swing 9 at the leader here, at the Kuzan. So at leader, resting the Borsalino with our Kurobi here. Actually, sorry, as that Kuzan, they do let Kuzan go. So not a leader at Kuzan, which maybe we could have gone for a lot of pressure here, but I think cleaning up the board is smart. We're going to swing Smoothie here at leader for 5. Just kind of thinking what we want to do with our cards in hand. We do have 4 cards, 4 Dawn available still. Smoothie at life is going to be taken here, and we probably want to clean up something on board here. So we're going to swing 8 at the Borsalino, just trying to get as many bodies off the board as we can, if possible. And, this is 12 at Borsalino, so, even if they did have all 2Ks, which it looks like they do in hand right now, or at least 3 2Ks and a 2-drop, so, like, they have 6, 7K counter in here, so it's still not enough, unless they want to pitch their entire hand, which I actually think would be pretty detrimental, because they wouldn't be able to use their Lucci effect. So now we've dealt with the Kuzan, we've dealt with you know, some of the cards on the board here, we are in a position where if our opponent doesn't deal with our board, we could go pretty crazy. We do see that there is a Blano in hand, so our opponent likely will leave up for that. They're going to swing at our Smoothie for 9 here, and we're going to let that go. And they're going to opt to pitch the Kaku and the brand new to restand their leader. At which point, I believe they're going to swing at the Charlotte Linlin, which we're going to counter with a 2K here. They're going to swing 7 at leader here. We are going to take that. And then we're going to see a Blano being played. Unfortunately, since we did use the Kurobi on the turn previously, we don't really have any tools to rest it unless we, you know, did have another Kurobi. So knowing our opponent has a ton of cards in hand right now with counter, like we can see that they have 3 2Ks in hand right now. So unless this Blano gets dealt with, we don't really have a shot of killing them because we have to get pretty big numbers. And so we're just checking their trash to see, you know, what they have in there. And it's just probably too much at this point. Unfortunately, Blano dodges like things like Geen. And it also dodges like Ezo, for example, if you are playing those cards in your Arlong deck. So really all we can do is kind of just punch the board in the situation, which feels pretty bad because we're probably, or we're most likely going to be in a position next turn where our opponent is probably going to kill us if we don't do something important here. So we're just thinking about what we can do and what's our best course of action. It's probably just swinging 9 here just to test our opponent's resolve and see what they do. 9 does require all 3 cards from hand if they want to counter out of it. And then maybe we could be a little bit sneaky. You know, Django, like if they don't counter out here, Django does restand Arlong. So they are going to block the first swing though. And they're going to spawn out I believe it's a Kumadori they're going to spawn out here just for additional aggression. So at this point, we're thinking to ourselves, what can we dig for? So we play a Charlotte Smoothie here. And we grab a Paraspero. So Charlotte Pudding and we grab a Paraspero here off that. And then we play another Pudding just to keep digging for, you know, answers. We end up grabbing a Sanji off of it. And we'll try to load up a little bit on some 2Ks. Unfortunately, like, there isn't really a way to win the game here if they have like enough counter to get out of the swings here. But maybe if we didn't use those extra 2 Dawn, we could have. But we're going to go ahead and swing and play a Paraspero here. I think we're swinging at the Kumadori in this situation here for 10. And they're going to pitch 3 2Ks to get out of it. And at that point, we're kind of like, oh yeah, we didn't have enough to kill. So we probably could have gotten there potentially if we swung, but we definitely needed another Kurobi to rest or something to rest the blocker. I think if we could rest the blocker, we could probably get there, like if we have a Django or something, but we do counter out of the first swing from Kumadori here. And then our opponent's going to swing 5 with Brandon, which we do have to take. And then, yeah, Charlotte Smoothie is going to be the last card in life, so that's going to be game over. Rob Lucci taking the match against Arlong.